Clutch it? Oh, I got you.
Pressure to perform. Yeah, I mean, you know, the pressure, it's not really like, I like to explain things. They're a little bit more complicated. I always use the example of like a tree. Like we'll just call the trunk and the tree pressure, but then there's a lot of branches that branch out. You know, it's not just like to perform. I mean, performance is a part of it, right? And I mean, content creation too. I think a big thing for a lot of us. You know, everybody really hones in on the stats and the numbers of things. You know, because it's funny, man. That's all it is. When you boil it down, man, you know, it's pretty crazy. You start looking at all these numbers, and before you know it, man, it's all you fucking see is numbers. It's like, holy shit, you know? How many likes did my tweet get? How many retweets did my tweet get? How many views did my YouTube video get? How many subs am I on YouTube? How many subs am I on Twitch? Are the viewers good? Are the viewers not good? Like, it's just before you know it, bro, it's just numbers. You know, and then when you blow up, the more numbers you get, the more money you get, and then you see your bank account, and the money's just growing and growing and growing, and then you're buying shit, and you're doing this, you're investing, and it's just all numbers. You're like, holy fuck. So, you know, you hear a lot of these guys talk about not getting too caught up in the numbers, but to be honest with you, man, I mean, the numbers, I think, for the most part, is all anybody's ever fucking looking at. You know, it's tough to say don't get caught up in the numbers when they're so goddamn important. You know what I mean? But I do agree, it's good advice. It's good advice. You don't want to get too caught up in the numbers, but fuck, man, it's so goddamn important. Competition is probably something that I think is a pretty good amount of pressure, and I think that's across the board. Any level of content creation, you know, competition is good, and people don't want to admit it, you know. But I think the majority of us are always competitive with everybody else. You know, you want to be the best. You want to have more viewers than the next guy. It's like anything else, man. You know, even when we were kids, you want to be the first kid done. You want to be the first kid that, you know, that comes through the finish line or wherever. It's just the way it is. It's life. And I think that a percentage of that is healthy. But then sometimes I think people might get too competitive, you know, and then it's like, now you cross that weird line where it's like, you know, you're happy, but you're low key not. And then it gets a little weird. And I've been there sometimes too, you know, the jealousy and whatnot, you know. But after you get past that, it gets a lot easier, you know. And you know, a lot of times, man, you can't really feel it until you go through it. You know what I mean? I have all kinds of examples of that, man. You just don't know until you go through something, and then you're like, what the fuck, you know. Always prioritize your mental health, though, bro. For sure, there's a lot of, you know, off-stream work that goes into that, man. Trust. So isn't it crazy when you see or you hear about some dude killing himself or some shit, you know, and the guy's like, he'll be like an actor or a songwriter or something or whatever the fuck, right? And like, from your POV, he's got everything, man. He's got a family, millionaire, fucking famous and shit, right? Got all this stuff, and he kills himself. It's just like, what the fuck, right? Oh, there's some real pressure being in that limelight, man, you know? And by the way, this is nothing to do with me. I'm just saying there's being in the limelight, it's not always for everybody. So sometimes you might get here and it's like, holy shit, you gotta learn how to be here. That's another thing too, you know? It kind of took me a while for a little bit. I was like, holy shit, you know, I'm actually cool with it. I don't really, this doesn't really bother me as much, I don't think. Maybe it might for some. I enjoy the popularity for the most part. I don't want that to sound weird or anything, but I do, man. I have fun with it. It's not for everybody, man, you know? I also think that pressure is really good for you. But it's a tricky bitch, man. Pressure is really, really tricky. It's like, it's really good for you, but it can also be really bad for you. And everybody's different. Like sometimes, like, you take 10 people, you line them up, and you give them the same pressure of something. Everybody's gonna deal with it in their own way. And that's the craziest thing too, because some things like that wouldn't even affect you or me or whatever, you know? It'd be the end of the world for somebody, bro. And same thing for us. Some shit that like wouldn't even affect somebody else be the end of the world for you and me. Perspective, bro. Crazy. If you want to be a content creator, if you want to be a streamer, you have to be okay with being there. You know, that's if you make it, right? Because it's pretty crazy now, bro. It's getting wild, no? Streaming's getting fucking wild. Never thought it'd be like this, but shit. You can't say or do certain things. Have to be careful how you voice opinions. Someone's always trying to catch you. Yeah, you don't want to be fake, but at the same time, you're right. You really can't say anything. But to be honest, that's kind of like life. I mean, just because you can sit at home and bullshit with your friend or family about things that aren't okay to bullshit about, it doesn't mean it's right. Eventually, you're gonna open your mouth and wrong the wrong person and get in trouble for it. But I feel you. That is true. You can't say fucking anything.
Right now, you can see I'm strafing like normal keyboard input, but the result we're looking for here is that we have that we have the steeper angle of strafing while walking forwards. So this is the effect we're looking for, and this is the effect you have on a regular keyboard. And you can do the thing that you can't do on a keyboard, which is, or on a regular keyboard, which is this strafe walk wall building, apparently. All right.
Can't imagine a pay-to-win keyboard. I mean, there's pay-to-win joysticks. They should just bring back double movement. I mean, like, yeah, the exact same argument, right? Like, you think they're going to ban scuffs because it gives you an advantage and you have to buy the scuff? It's the exact same argument. I mean, I get the differences, right? There's obviously differences, but, like, I could... Will you please explain to a controller player what double movement means? Yeah, I'll show you. So, like, this is, like, the default way, right? Like, a keyboarder moves. Like, you see how much I can move left right now? Versus, like... That's like what double movement in quotes would be, right? Like this is what like looks like normal like to a controller, right? Like you can move like this, right? Like typically, a singular input could move like that. That's like the difference when people talk about double movement.
Oh fuck.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Now you're just thinking too far.
Oh my god, bro! Just don't look at the sound, dude. Ah!
Can you see anything from down there? I don't know what the fuck their game plan is. Oh, there it goes.
Dude, the fucking tree bitch just triple dinked me.
Mec, il s'envole, genre. Non, je peux pas. Ouais. Il me push.
Il push, attends.
Faut essayer de cover.
55.
Nice, t'as un monstre.
Il y a un pompe là. Allez, je le baisse.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Kurwa, co? Ja!
Oh, you boxed me. Oh, you're good, you're good. Can you kill this kid?
I can get a headshot by him. He's one shot though. Nice.
Oh my god. Actually, man, you can't put me in situations like that. What the fuck?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm nervous as hell.
What the fuck, dude?
I don't know. I'm fucking scared.
Ground. Why can't I build there? What do you mean? Why can't I? Oh!
Że snajpy, wiecie o co chodzi. Pozdro z geografii, jadą szybciej, nie? No szybciej jadą te samochody. Co jest? Co jest grane? No chyba se jaja robisz.
Oh yeah, hike, nice one.
Læg dig, Villa.
Ja, de må overskæg.
Au, for satan da. Jeg kan godt lide.
Oj! Nej!
Nej, hvor er det der?
Come on, eat it, eat it. Eat it. Yeah, eat the flopper. Ah, he's sliding. He's sliding. Ah! Let's go! The memes.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to no-scope him. Oh, no!
Bruder, ich habe eine minus 75 abonniert. On me. Er kommt. Dog shit! Dog shit! Dog shit! Dog shit! Dog shit! Dog... Nein! 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 Nein!
Whoa, what's that noise? That's crazy.
Al revés aquí no, que es la montaña. Ahora... ¡No! ¡Ah! Vale, está bien, está bien. Está bien, está bien. ¿Cómo?